Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. For those of you who may not know me, I am Warren Adams, the city's new Director of Historical Resources and Cultural Arts. It is an honour to join a city with such a rich history. It's great to be able to be here today at this special presentation as we continue working to preserve our past with the full restoration of two Arcadian Lights. I would like to thank our City Commission, Mayor Raul Valdez-Fowley, Vice Mayor Vince Lago, Commissioner George Fors, Commissioner Patricia Keon, and Commissioner Michael Mena, our City Manager Peter Iglesias, and Assistant City Manager Ed Santamaria for supporting this wonderful project. Our historic structures truly make Coral Gables special and the city beautiful. I would like to especially thank my colleagues in Public Works, especially Jose Oliveras. It was truly a team effort involving engineering, permitting, capital improvement, and landscape service to get here. I know the landscape was recently finished, and I must say it does look fantastic. Thanks to the entire Public Works team. Now to tell us a bit more about how our city is bringing a bit of the past back to light, let's welcome Dr. Corelia Martinez Carbonell, President of the Historic Preservation Association of Coral Gables and a member of the National Trust for Historic Preservation. One of her passions is the preservation and restoration of the various Whiteway lights, including the Arcadians and the 1926 Merrick commissioned lampposts with decorative bases. Her partnership has been crucial to the realization of this project. We are fortunate to have such a committed and passionate advocate of historic preservation in our city. Corelia.
Thank you and welcome to our City Beautiful. And it's a lot more beautiful today. Today we collectively bring back two pieces of lost history. The Coral Gables' first public building, the Coral Gables Golf and Country Club. Once upon a time in Coral Gables, miles of beautiful white-way streetlights illuminated the plazas, boulevards, and avenues. In preparation for the 8 miles of lighting, 35 miles of wire were used to install the iron and steel posts erected throughout the city. But as one Coral Gables advertisement from 1922 stated, the person who sees the White Way for the first time will appreciate it not for its iron and steel, but for its beauty and grandeur. Most of the Whiteway streetlights that made up the 8-mile illumination corridor were in the Arcadian style. The Arcadian street lamp is a one-piece cast iron pole weighing approximately 250 pounds. They were originally manufactured by the George Cutter Company and then by Westinghouse. The lamps were originally painted black, then later painted silver. The Arcadians were prevalent throughout the Gables and stood along Alhambra Circle, North Greenway, Granada Boulevard, Coral Way, and Country Club Prado. The Arcadians had many options of mixing and matching components. Greg, a collector and restorer of vintage streetlights, observes, looking at the beauty of these lamps, I would be willing to bet that Denman Fink and George Merrick personally put together the combination of post and globe from the Westinghouse catalog. That is why I call these lamps the Gables Arcadians. In the fall of 2019, the HPACG board voted unanimously to support the restoration efforts of these two Arcadians in partnership with the City Commission. Vice Mayor Vince Lago sponsored resolution 1993-89, which passed 5-0. Our organization is proud to partner with the city on this unique opportunity to bring back a piece of lost history to the place where Merrick once stood and addressed the merits of buying into his dream of a city. Coincidentally, this year also marks the 135th anniversary of George Merrick's birth. Hopefully, HPACG and the City of Coral Gables will have another opportunity to partner in marking the occasion. The mayor's remarks will address in more detail the efforts made to return these Arcadians to their original spot. Thank you.
Thank you, Carelia. Thank you, Warren. It's wonderful to have somebody in charge of our historic preservation who has an English accent. All we need now is a big Cuban accent here to mark the 50s and 60s of Coral Gables. First, let me start by welcoming Mr. Adams, Warren, to our Coral Gables family. We're honored to have someone with extensive expertise in historic preservation field, locally and internationally, and specifically in Scotland, working with us. Warren, your very impressive trajectory is, we're confident that you will strengthen our efforts to protect and preserve our city's history, such as the project that brings us here today. So today we celebrate preserving our past. To give you a bit of background, in 2017, Greg Dalcranian bought 5 Arcadian Lights with their original Sol Lux Junior light fixtures. A year later, looking through archival photos of Coral Gables for any sign of Arcadians, he came across a 1925 photo of the historic Coral Gables Country Club. It showed 2 Arcadians with Westinghouse octagonal junior light fixtures. The Coral Gables Golf and Country Club and the Granada Golf Course, once the Merrick family's vegetable field, were part of the original 1921 city plan by George Merrick and landscape architect Frank Button. In 1923, the clubhouse, designed by Hampton and Reimert, became Coral Gables' first public building, and a very important building for a very, very long time, because until the late 60s or early 70s, we had no bars or restaurants in Coral Gables, and this was it. When Dalcranian visited this landmark property in search of the Arcadians, he sadly discovered that the 2 Arcadian streetlights pictured in the 1925 photos were missing. In the fall of 2019, presented the Board of Directors of the Historic Preservation Association of Coral Gables, Aurelia, his desire to restore the 2 Arcadian lights with the octagonal junior fixtures to their place of origin. With our continued strong support honoring our historical elements of our city that are an important part of what gives the city beautiful, its unique character, the board voted unanimously to back Mr. Dalcranian's restoration effort. I'm so pleased to announce that we're here today having achieved the objective of forming a
Yo tengo que estar vivo, en vivo.